Annie Williams always gives us unique ideas for unique drinks and fun things too. So we thought, you know what, with St. Patrick's Day tomorrow, what a better time to have Annie in.
And she does fun, creative things, and she has put a twist on a classic for St. Patty's this morning. Good morning.
Absolutely. Good morning.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
I've got to be honest, I didn't even recognize what this was.
It's an Irish whiskey. It was
Called
a
Patty's.
birthday gift from a friend of mine whose family is from Ireland.
Oh,
so
okay.
figured this was the perfect time to use it.
You always have a story that goes with the drinks that you make. What's the story on this one?
So I figured we'll do an Irish mimosa. If you're gung-ho for the holiday tomorrow, you might get up and get started a little early. So, you know, Guinness might be a little too much for breakfast, although it is kind of chocolate milky if you think about it like that.
Sure.
Okay.
So we're going to do basically an Irish mimosa. Sean, if you
Yes.
don't mind, I'm going to have you squeeze some juices. We need a ½ ounce.
Allow me to squeeze
Of
the juices.
lemon juice.
Thank you.
And squeeze a ½ ounce and dump it right in here.
Oh,
go in
do
your
it there?
first.
Oh,
Yep.
you think I can get it in there?
You can do it. Yeah.
I'm going to start this project over here.
Perfect.
All right.
So we've got a ½ ounce of lemon, and then we're just gonna get a little messy. Take this right out.
Okay.
Messy is good.
I'm gonna do a ½ ounce of this gorgeous blood orange juice.
Look how gorgeous.
Where do you get blood oranges this time of the year?
You can get them from the grocery store. You know, winter is citrus sort of season. We're towards the end of it, but it was just so pretty. I had to get one, and it'll make the drink a gorgeous color. See, I made a huge mess, but it's all good.
That's okay.
All right.
Look at the color in that
Very
thing.
pretty.
And then we're gonna use a honey syrup. Honey syrup's super easy to make. You don't even need to heat it.
Oh.
You just want 3 parts honey, 1 part water, and you can just sort of stir it with a spoon. It just adds a nice sweetness and a little bit more of a richness.
So it's still nice and
to the
thick
drink.
like the honey would be, but you've just diluted it a little bit.
Exactly, and you can
Okay.
pour it a little more easily.
Okay.
And then 1 ounce of your favorite Irish whiskey.
Your birthday whiskey. That was nice of you to share it this morning.
Of course.
What's the difference between an Irish whiskey and, say, a Kentucky whiskey or bourbon?
So Kentucky bourbon, for example, is definitely going to be much more sweet. It's going to have a higher corn component in what's called the mash bill, which is sort of your recipe for what goes into the still.
Okay.
Irish whiskey, they're very sort of heavily guarded, kind of secretive with their recipes. They've been doing it for
But
so
not as
long,
much of the
so.
sugar in the
It's not going to be
whiskeys?
quite as sweet, correct.
Okay.
So we're going to let him do that while I give this a quick
There we go.
shake.
Okay.
Like a pro.
Did you have any doubts Marshall would know to do that?
Well, you know, it was one of those, are we going to make a mess out of this? So
good
it worked,
TV,
worked
so.
out okay.
And that's my favorite sound in the world. I just love the sound of champagne bottles
Really?
popping.
Baby's crying, champagne bottle, I don't know.
Right, exactly.
And then
so just top it right off.
Top it right off. So it's got a little bubbly in it.
Have a little bubble.
There it is.
Perfect. And we'll
Adorable.
just give it a little twist. And
Oh, nice.
if you feel like drinking for breakfast on a Tuesday, this is perfect.
Oh, look what you did there. You went right around the rim a little bit to give it that extra little.
Get those
Go ahead,
oils.
Marshall, you do it.
All right, here we go. Let's see. Oh, it smells nice.
Is it?
Well, now, isn't that just a delightful way to start the day?
Different with the whiskey and the champagne.
You know what? The
huh?
whiskey really doesn't come through all that much because it's been tamed down by the juices.
And the honey
So-
is a big part of that too,
Yeah,
actually.
it's just like a mimosa.
It doesn't have that, you know, a lot of times you look at a whiskey and you think, oh, that's going to have a bite to it. And this is actually very smooth. Look how clever you are.
Now, I look at a whiskey and I said, oh, I'm going to have a bite to me.
Yeah, right, there you go.
There you go.
Now, you have, speaking of mimosas and brunch type things, you have an event coming up.
I do, yes. We have our next pop-up for the Four Thieves Thirst Parlor.
Yay!
It's a 4-course brunch. So we are working with a chef this time, Katie Rendazzo, a great local chef. And we've done 4 courses, all paired with cocktails, and it's in about a week and a half.
And
So-
she's with the Hala food truck.
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
She's
how
great fun. So
I hear, yeah, you're almost sold out, though. huh?
almost we are. So if you'd like to join us, we'd love to have you.
Get on it quick. If you want the recipe or a link to go to the brunch later this month, go to gooddaycolumbus.com. Recipes is the button at the bottom of the page that you want to find, and we'll hook you up with the Four Thieves Thirst Parlor.